Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here, and today we've got a very highly requested revisit. So, back on the Xbox 360 version of Halo 3, there was this glitch where if your timing was perfect and you did the time travel glitch to go back to this part of the mission on the Covenant, you could get a half-infected brute, which means it's half brute and half flood, but it's not quite completely a flood. So, it was a very cool glitch back in the day, but it was very random and incredibly hard to produce. But now I must say this was actually one of the hardest revisits to do because it took so many tries to finally get it right. So you guys are really making me do a lot of extra work here on this one. Thanks a lot. Anyways, just get to this part of the mission. Make sure you want to get a power drain, and it's best to have someone help you out. Otherwise, you're really relying on chance. But you don't have to kill your friend here. I just had to kill him to get the power drain. But you want your friend to drive the mongoose forward as fast as they can. And as for you, you want to come back here, and you want to make sure the flood carriers are not dead. And assuming they're okay, throw a power drain to knock off all the shields, and your friend should still be driving forward. But yeah, knock off all the shields on the brutes here, and with their shields down, that should make them easier to infect by the little flood infection forms. So we're gonna do this in slow motion here. I just popped one of the flood carrier forms. I did die here, but fortunately, I did manage to release all the flood infection forms. And since I'm not here to observe, it kind of is up to chance for this to happen. But the point one person stays behind is to make sure that a brute does get infected by the flood forms. Now, your timing is very important here. Your friend has to hit the loading point up ahead to teleport you to the next part of the mission at the exact same time that a brute is getting infected, like you just saw right there. The brute cannot be completely infected. They have to be like in the process of being infected. But as you can see, once you get teleported, you can't go back. The door is closed, and the brute should have been stopped mid-infection. So after that, all you gotta do is just do the time travel glitch, and you can do the most basic time travel glitch, which is just to grab a ghost here, and then drive up the mountain over here. Now, I will do a more in-depth video revisit soon about the time travel glitch. So for now, we're just going to do the simple one. But, you know, I know you guys requested in one of my previous videos to do more time travel revisits, and I will get to that eventually, so you have that to look forward to. So anyways, for this particular time travel glitch, just drive out here and drive along this angle here until you hit like an invisible barrier. Once you hit it, just follow it to the right. Keep driving against it until you are past the barrier. When you're past, stop, and then find a little angled ledge here, like right here, and then slowly back up. You'll notice that the time travel glitch on the Xbox One version of Halo 3 is instant, whereas on the 360 version it took a few seconds to load everything. But anyways, once you've done that, just drive over here and carefully drive down over here. If you're not careful, you will die from fall damage, like I almost did there. Now, the difference here, I'll show you first. The Master Chief Collection is different from the original Halo 3. This brute right here is actually in fact your half-infected brute. Now on the Xbox 360 version, you could actually easily tell it's half infected. It had like some flood spores and stuff and growth on it. But on the Master Chief Collection, for some reason that no longer happens. Instead, what does happen is if you stop a brute mid-infection with loading, that brute is pretty much just, I don't know, it's like frozen in like this state and pose. So let's get a closer look at him here. He won't attack you at all, but he is definitely aware of you. Because he's like, see, you can see his mouth. He's still trying to talk. I don't know if he's trying to like shout at you or something, but he can't move. He's just like frozen in this state. He doesn't even flinch if you like shoot him, but he can definitely see you. See, his head is still following us around, so he's definitely aware of us. But other than that, this is what happens when you do the half-infected brute on the Master Chief Collection. I don't know why there's a difference here. I really don't. I can't explain why it's not like the Xbox 360 version of Halo 3. Normally, glitches on the Master Chief Collection, they either work or they don't. There's usually not any difference. But in this case, for some reason, I don't know, maybe it has to do with like how the game spawns stuff now, or load stuff. But the brute, they do not get half infected like they used to. So, depending on how you do it, your timing and everything, there's different levels of like half infection, I guess. As far as I know, we have not been able to get any half infection like the 360 version, but we got a slightly different one here, and we're going to show you again. In fact, we're going to show you much more slow motion now to give you a better idea of how to do this. So here we are doing the power drain again, and then popping the blood carrier forms. So this brute right here is going to be our test subject. So I'm going to play it in very slow motion now in theater mode. And as you can see, there's a bunch of flood infection forms jumping on him. And he has no shields, which is good, meaning he will get infected much easier. So as you can see, not all of them are infecting him, but here this one managed to start crawling into him, and it will begin infecting him soon. So yeah. And as you can see, he was starting to get infected, and I just got teleported here. And hit the loading point, which freezes that half infection. Keep in mind though, your timing is very important here, because even after you get teleported, there's still like a window of like half a second to allow the infection to continue. So if you're too slow, then the infection will continue and the brute will not be half infected. In fact, it probably won't even exist anymore when you do this glitch. And if you're too fast, well, nothing happens either. So timing is very important. You have to do it like right on the spot, and a lot of times it's really just luck. But with that in mind, let's continue with this. So doing the time travel glitch again here, and we're going to fast forward just to save some time. And I'm going to be a lot more careful this time going down, because if you saw my older videos, you've heard me mention that I am very OCD about keeping my vehicles in Halo 3 intact and in perfect condition. It just really bothers me when I'm driving like a beat up vehicle. But anyways, here's the brute again. So you might want to clear out the other enemies first if there are any left, just so you know they don't get in your way while you're checking out this brute. Now this time, as I mentioned, you can get slightly different variations. For some reason this time, the brute is still in that same pose for the most part, that half-infected pose as I'm going to call it. Only this time his mouth is like constantly open. He's like stuck like mid-screaming or something. It's kind of scary actually if you think about it. He's like frozen in that like reaction. The other difference to this is this brute is like anchored into the ground. You actually cannot push him, even with the ghost, which I'll probably show you later. But another thing with this is this brute, if you look at him, he's actually like vibrating. As you can see, if I just look at him and move forward and back, my screen will vibrate, and if you like touch him, he causes your entire screen to shake. You can't really tell unless you're like looking at him closely or touching him, but he has like very slight vibrations, so he's, you know, I really don't know why he's not like stuck in the ground or anything either. So I don't know why he's like vibrating like crazy. But as I said earlier, he's like rock solid here. You won't even budge even with the vehicle. Even if you damage him. Now if you kill him, he just, reverts back to normal. And his body is once again normal ragdoll. And pretty much a normal dead brute. But anyways, as you guys requested, there's the half-infected brute glitch revisited. One of the hardest revisits I had to do. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that, because it did take a lot of work to revisit that. So yeah, so if you liked it, remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.